Point being, he didn't want anybody to eat it because he didn't want them to discover the spy camera that he had located inside. So here to talk about wizardry is Loras Holmberg.
Thank you, Ben. And notice that I'm not the fastest guacamole maker in the world because I was a little bit late getting here this morning. Fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. It's great to be here speaking to you. The title of my speech today is The Answer to Life is the Wizard of Oz. And I'm telling you that because when you think of the Wizard of Oz and you think of the characters in there, what are they searching for? The Scarecrow was searching for a brain. The Tin Man was searching for a heart. And the Cowardly Lion was searching for a brain. Robert, you're confused. I'm here to tell you that if you have those three things, really, you get through life better. I mean, a brain, a heart, and courage. And the one that I will emphasize today will be courage. Courage is a very important thing. I think it's the toughest of the three. Everyone here, we have brains, or you wouldn't be here at Techmasters. Sometimes they may not function perfectly, but we tend to be intelligent people. Heart, I hope you have a heart. Courage, it's more difficult. Now you hear courage in terms of the people that do dramatic things like jump on the subway tracks when the subway train is coming to save somebody. But when I think back, I think of courage just in everyday life. I think of my parents. I grew up on a small farm in a scenic area. My dad worked during the day as a letter carrier, and in the evening and weekends he had two small farms that he operated. So he was a person that worked a lot. After eating in the evening during the summertime, frequently my parents would go out to the garden because it was their hobby. They had a rather large garden. But in reality, in thinking about it, it was not their hobby. It was part of keeping the family going, since they needed income to provide the five of us with tons of food that we always ate and whatever else we needed. It was courage. They led a very clean life. In the rural area where I grew up, it wasn't like growing up in the suburbs where most everybody is middle class. In the rural area, there were people that were ranged from lower class to maybe the lower part of middle class. You didn't end up with rich people in the area. Everybody seemed to have about the same amount of money. I think of one neighbor, Willie Welch, who would not be an example of courage. People that get off track. I met some interesting characters in my youth. I came home from a part-time job, and my brother was laughing, telling me how Willie Welch had stopped at the house because he had ran out of gas. Willie Welch just was an odd character. And my brother was laughing about it. Willie Welch, the rumor was, and it may very well have been true, in order to preserve domestic bliss at his house, he never filled the gas tank up all the way because that way his wife couldn't run away. So, true story. So there, my brother is laughing to me. There's a knock at the door, and it's Willie again. And my brother just starts laughing, and Willie says, "I'll be darned, I went about 50 yards, and the car jerked to the right, and I'm down in the ditch under a barbed wire fence." And that's just the type of character he was. He didn't lead his life right. Now, I'm very thankful that I grew up where my parents did have the courage to lead a clean life. I know they were highly respected in the area. It's not that they achieved anything outstanding, but they did a good job of raising us children, and they worked very, very hard. And those are a couple of the key things in life. Have the courage to do what's right. Don't get derailed by drugs, alcohol, violence, sex, whatever you want to throw into that pot. Lots of people do along the way. Last week in Table Topics, when I brought up the idea of, alcohol is not a good thing because I know somebody who, and the woman who was here, I don't remember her name, Tara gave a very good Table Topics on that. Lots of people get derailed along the way. So a brain, heart, and courage, if you have all three, you are genuine, and no one can pull back the curtain to expose you, as with the Wizard of Oz, as a fraud. It will get you through life. Mr. Toastmaster.